hot.
Type of girl you wanna ice up, make me freeze.
Okay.
The only thing you do is like, I'm the type of girl, I'm the type of girl. I'm the type of girl. I'm the type of girl that everybody tap.
Okay, Sofía on the beat, goddamn. How did we do this when it was like 90 degrees out?
I have no clue. Wait, I haven't started.
Oh no, that was just actually mechanical. I'll try to play something. This is a one-woman show. Captain Aizen. Jujutsu Kaisen. This. We don't need nobody. Fuck the Soul Society. You know I turn me into a hollow. Ew, we're live.
Hi.
And we have alcohol, so it's about to get nasty.
Listen, we can't talk about Bleach without being at least a little, like, not sober.
I'm gonna control myself.
Okay, that's good.
Those are my like most famous last words. So. How has been your week? It's Saturday.
It's been good. I don't know what to say.
How's it been? You haven't been sleeping, whore.
Listen, I don't know if anyone else has this problem, but like the time between like midnight to like 3 a.m. is like prime like fanfic reading, TikTok
It really
watching,
is.
Tumblr scrolling, fan art seeing, appreciating, Twitter tweeting, I don't know.
This is the first podcast that we're doing that's like post us editing it, right?
Yeah.
Because we recorded 2 back to back.
Mm-hmm. And then like edit it.
And so now looking at it, I forgot what I was
We're like, we talk so much in the beginning.
I don't give a fuck. You're back.
I am. I was in Jersey for a
Yeah.
bit. Now I'm back. I was gonna say my
Jersey.
roots, but these aren't my roots.
Do they know that you're from Jersey?
I'm not from Jersey.
Right.
Excuse
That
you.
you lived in Jersey?
Yeah. Well, yeah. My parents are in Jersey, but I moved.
Sorry, I should have warned you. I really should have warned you, my bad.
She asked me a question and then proceeds to pop champagne immediately after.
Oh my god.
Oh, I watched. What did I watched the Dragon Ball movie
Oh yeah.
while I was there. It was really fun.
Hate crimed.
What?
You said there was like weird people outside of the theater.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, yeah. There was this guy that was like wearing like a
A
Blue
Ku
Lives
Klux
Matter
Klan.
t-shirt.
Same difference. Racist people and like hateful people are so bored.
Yeah, they
Ooh,
really are.
ASMR.
Anyway, the Dragon Ball movie's great. I highly recommend it. There are a few seconds, and I thought about this like right after I was like, you should watch it. I don't think you should watch it anymore.
The series, the movies?
No,
or
the
what?
movie. The one that's in theaters.
Why?
Because there's like a few way too long seconds of a crotch shot unnecessarily.
Is it fan service?
No, because it's like characters that like were just introduced and it's in the first like 5 minutes of the movie and it's really strange. Like
You
it's
don't
really
want me
weird.
to see a crotch shot?
What?
You don't want me to see a crotch shot?
It's not hot. Like it's not a character. It's like a character that I'm like, this is gross. So,
Isn't it all like straight dudes in there too?
some people ship Vegeta and Goku, which are the main things.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm watching. Like, wouldn't they be like,
yes,
bro,
yes.
pause,
Exactly.
bro.
Yeah.
No
I'm
homo.
like, who is this for? I don't know. It was too long. What?
Oh, I thought you meant 4 years old.
Oh no. Who is this for?
I need a drink. All right, cheers.
Cheers. No shaker in this house.
Okay, I don't have a segue today. We're here to talk about. We're talking about Bleach. Now, here's the situation, how we ended up watching Bleach, because we're doing this anime podcast, right? And so obviously we're thinking like, we haven't seen every anime in the world, and we're like thinking about the big shonens like Naruto, you've seen Dragon Ball, and then we're like, oh my god, Bleach. Right. And you told me, what did you say?
I said I watched Bleach.
Sophia looked me in my hazel eyes, and they said,
I hate you.
in my hazel eyes, and then they said to me, they're like, oh yeah, I've seen Bleach. And even first episode, key it in, Alexandra, you said that you hated Orihime.
Yeah,
for fan service. And so I was like, okay, maybe I'll watch Bleach. Like, I had tried to see it, but like, it's so hard watching an anime that's old as dirt.
And it's like, it's not that old, but
it's 2022. Isn't it like almost 20 years old?
Is it 2022?
It's 2022, so it came out in like 2004.
But it doesn't look old. That's what I mean. I don't think it looks old.
In terms of looking old, it goes Dragon Ball, Naruto, Bleach.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So it could look worse.
Yeah, I think Inuyasha looks.
Oh, I forgot about you. I always forget about Inuyasha.
Yeah, I think that one look, and it's not bad. Like, I like the 90s anime aesthetic.
The fucking Bleach season 1 theme song has 3 shots in it. It's like and it's just like
it's like hip hop gear.
Exactly, but it's also so refreshing just to like have something not be focused on the flashiness for a second, you know. But so I started watching it.
Also, I thought I had watched a lot of it.
That's the gag here.
Because like my experiences with Toonami, like with Bleach, is like Toonami, and then also like I would rent out the first season, like on DVD, at like a store.
Old thing.
Yeah.
Blockbuster.
And we would watch it. And like, so I think I watched like the first season, or at least those first 5 episodes.
The
way
same
too
way
much.
That.
And then whenever my brother and I would try to rewatch it, we would just start from the beginning, and we couldn't get through it because we've seen those few episodes so much. And then the other memories, it was like middle school or like. Yeah, so like the only other memories that I have about Bleach is like how much I shipped Ichigo and Rukia, and then also Rukia getting kidnapped a lot, and then also like them battling the Hollows in Mundo and kind of like going through the little, I don't know. I haven't reached that part yet, but
yeah. Oh, we started watching because we started watching it in my apartment.
Oh yeah,
we were over
yeah.
eating pizza. I was living my introverted life, which I'm like getting into, you guys. Like I'm not. Oh my god, like. I'm not a popular girl. I'm a weird introvert. And so we were eating junk food and watching Bleach. And I was like, why this kind of hit? Especially because it was the dub. I go towards sub because I really love the way Japanese sounds. And like English ruins a lot of stuff normally. Yeah. Worst language. Maybe second to Hungarian.
Right, okay.
Hungarian sounds like people have snails in their mouth, and like they're trying to like every time that they try to say a word, like a snail pops out of their mouth. That's what Hungarian sounds like. No shade, they're white people. It's not racist. And so but watching it in the dub, it was just going so fast. The dub's not bad.
And then, the episodes are kind of short.
The episodes are short, especially when you were like, oh, I hate how they do the flashback, and I was like, oh, every show does that. You can skip the first 10 minutes of Bleach. Yeah. Because it's word for word what happened last time, the first time. And then it does the freeze frame of the Bleach. And that's it starts.
Because it's not for streaming.
So get into this. So I'm watching it. I'm like, oh, this is cool. It is really slow in the beginning. I was like, slice of life, whatever. I was like, where's the angst? Where's the gray? Where's the shonen? And then once the shonen started happening,
it doesn't stop.
It
doesn't stop.
It doesn't stop. Someone showed up. And that someone is SOSSSS Aizen, Captain Aizen, Captain of White Ppl, Captain of my heart, the apple of my eye. Oh my God. He could turn me into a hollow any day.
This bitch is in love.
And so so we're here to talk about
the first arc.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of combos because when I googled it, they call it the the whole thing overarching is the Soul Society arc. The first
Right.
time is like sneak entry when they sneak in.
Right.
And the second one is something else.
Is like battling the captains. Or
Yeah. And so I like binge this, like I'm done. I finished it. Kind of. I smoked weed, and when I smoke weed, I do get like a weed clarity. And I was watching the final few episodes, and something happens, and I was like, this is the cheesiest shit I've ever seen, and I had to turn it off. But I'm sure it's good.
Yeah.
Like,
So
I know what happens.
you didn't finish it.
I didn't, but you know what's gonna happen.
I feel like you'd be good for the season finale.
Oh yeah. Like when the new one
For
comes out.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna talk about Bleach and how I came to love Captain Aizen. Oh, and in terms of themes for the week, we need to address my attraction to white people.
Okay.
White men with
Right.
brown hair. Mm-hmm. Do you have anything to address based off the show? Your hate for women?
No, I actually really like Dorihime.
Your
Like-
misogyny, your internalized misogyny.
Yeah.
Where are you? Where did you leave off?
I stopped at spoiler for
Oh yeah,
Bleach.
whatever anime we're talking about that day, prepare for any spoilers. If it's like a common theme one, we'll give you spoilers, but prepare for any Bleach.
yeah.
spoiler.
So they just finished battling the Arranca. In the world, Rukia got her whole like chest in by like Arranca's like hand, and Ichigo
get
feels
it
guilty.
together.
So he's like going to the other group and be like, "Can y'all like help me train my hollow side or whatever?"
Oh, my
So I'm
phone is
there.
over there with the notes. Hold on.
Okay. Oh my God.
Swear I'm not being dramatic.
I still can't get over that Ichigo's dad is a soul reaper.
Bitch.
That's the biggest fucking thing. Every couple episodes, there's some sort of plot twist happens, something, and I'm like shook to my very core. Every couple episodes.
Bleach is a telenovela. I know I said that about sports animes. Granted, I've never seen one except for Haikyuu. Bleach, the same way that I have the controversial yet brave opinion that Inuyasha is a romance anime, Bleach is a telenovela. It's a soap opera.
Yeah.
The Young and the Restless, the Young and the Hollows, literally like.
Yeah. I am so white right now.
Oh, and anime news. They dropped the Jujutsu Kaisen movie trailer. The GIFs I was seeing, I was like, this looks like it's in my house. Like, it's so high def that I was like, this is too much. That dropped My Mob Psycho. There was like news that the main voice actor is not coming back, which is depressing and sad.
Yeah.
What about My Hero?
My Hero is premiering on October 1st, and I'm not ready.
That's coming up.
Yeah, I know. It's
So are
in,
we
like,
doing
in
My
a
Hero next
couple
episode?
weeks. What?
Isn't October 1st next week? October 1st is Saturday. It's our recording day.
I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready.
Okay. So the only thing that I really want to talk about with the sneak entry, we have Rukia, who was a Soul Reaper. She came down into the world of the living, like ran into Ichigo, was like, I can't fight this monster, take my powers. Ichigo got to borrow her powers. She had to like become a high school student.
Can't give them back.
Can't give them back. And then this arc, she just got in
Byakuya.
trouble.
Yeah, Byakuya and Renki.
Her hot older brother, who,
And her hot best friend.
let's just say, Byakuya is, out of that one TikTok, you're gay, he's your girly pop.
No, I would have thought
Byakuya is your girly pop.
No, I thought
Byakuya has fucking
I
beads
thought-
in his hair.
I thought he would be like, you're one of them queers.
No, I'm saying it to him.
Oh. I thought we were saying which one he said.
If he was talking to you, he'd say that.
What,
But
you're
us
one of
talking
them
to him,
queers.
we're saying, you're girly pop.
Exactly.
Like, he needs to accept himself.
Yeah. He's girly.
He comes back. He is one of the captains. There's 13 captains in the Soul something squads. It goes captain, lieutenant, and then the people in
And
their
the rest.
squad.
Yeah.
He and his lieutenant Renji, who is Rukia's OG hood best friend, they're from the trenches.
They are.
We're like, you need to come back, Rukia, the fuck. And then they're like, we're killing you.
And they're like, they sentenced her to execution because giving Ichigo her powers is forbidden.
And I think she fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah, she just like disappeared.
Yeah, and they had to find her. And so Rukia out of the picture.
Yeah.
Ichigo, who is not in love with her, actually, we'll get to it. Is not in love with her. Is like, we have to get Rukia back. Gets the gang, Orihime, Chad. Who is undeniably in love with Ichigo.
Oh, 100%.
It doesn't even need to be said. To be
it's
honest.
debatable whether everyone is in love
It's
with
canonical.
Ichigo. I feel like everyone's in love with Ichigo, to be honest.
Yeah, it's canonical. And Uryu is he's a little girly pop too.
He's a little girly pop.
There's so many pretty boys.
So many. Uryu's dad.
How do you feel?
It's low-key hot.
He's
hot.
so mean.
He is mean.
Yeah,
I don't think
bloodline.
I've reached a part where he gets really, really, really mean. But he's, with his white hair and his outfit, all intense.
There is something there.
Yeah.
So we start off there. The whole gang is running to the Soul Society. Now I want to talk to you.
And the one who's training them is the bucket hat guy.
Urahara.
Urahara.
And when they get there, the butch bitch who blows shit up is there.
Yeah.
We're like, okay, the butch girly confirmed.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of butch girlies.
Yes. And then, he has her brother help them out. And it turns out that their brother used to be a Soul Reaper. And then another Soul Reaper killed him.
They were like, we saw a Soul Reaper kill our brother.
But it was a mystery who it was.
We don't know who it was. And so they get there. And essentially it's the classic anime, like, it's honestly like if you're playing Pokemon, you just keep running into different people. They obviously get separated. The battle I want to talk about.
Okay.
Uryu versus the chemical bra. Because
He's
fuck?
He's the captain of the research and development. He's a second captain.
He talks like this.
Yeah.
Oh, my research subjects.
Oh my God.
When will you...
That was pretty good, wasn't it?
That really was. Idiot.
Girl, you should think about being a voice actress because what the fuck?
It's because that's how scarred I am from this. Maybe it's me being a Cancer and not being able to get over things. That battle is enough for me to leave the Soul Society, become a Sasuke, and devote my entire life to killing that man.
Yeah.
He showed that man a picture of his grandpa and was like, happens to be one of my subjects that I tested on. And I didn't numb him, but I made him like a vegetable.
I don't understand how Uryu can look past that and help them out still.
Not even look past it, but go into a jokey joke once he loses.
Yeah.
Like, I started off on the scene when they're in the bunker or whatever, and he's like, oh my God,
yeah.
there's a butterfly. And they're like, what do you want to keep the butterfly? Stab it. You just found out your grandpa was tortured.
And also the fact that, like, his dad was like, oh, you can't, like, be friends with Soul Reapers or help them out or anything. And he hesitates. And it's because he really cares about Ichigo. But I'm like, shouldn't you also think about how the Soul Reapers, like, literally tortured your grandfather?
You know what might make up for it? As I'm rewatching Some Things Are Coming to Light, is like the first, if this starts off at episode like 45, the first 40 episodes, he ignores Ichigo's spiritual pressure. Mm-hmm. I also want to talk about these terms. I hate the terms. I hate spiritual pressure. I hate Bankai. I like Zanpakuto.
Zanpakuto's cool.
Zanpakuto goes off.
The Bleach drinking game is drink every time they say spiritual pressure.
And every time that Byakuya says Zanpakuto or your Bankai.
And like,
you're girly pop.
Oh my God, you know what I hate? When Renji does his little Bankai thing and he says roar. This is so stupid.
I'm so sorry. I was gonna write that down.
Yeah.
He goes, roar. Like, okay, Katy Perry, chill. I love their powers though.
Me too. It's really cool.
They're so cool.
They're so cool.
The first time that he was like, pew, I was like, this is why I watch anime.
Yeah. The Bleach fights are incredible.
What did you call it? The lore. Bleach lore. And
the lore is also incredible. What really gets me about Bleach is just like the fights are insane. Something always happens and you always think, how are they gonna get out of this? And they always
sometimes it's fucking bogus.
Yeah, I mean,
but there is always a gag.
There's always something that happens and I'm just like, oh my God, like Ichigo's fight with the captain. The one that is like basically immortal
Which one?
with the hair and the little girl lieutenant.
Are we talking? Oh, Kenny.
Kenny, yeah.
Who is Jiraiya reincarnate? If anyone is missing Jiraiya from Naruto, spoiler,
And he's voiced by him too. So
literally a toddler could figure that out. He didn't even change the inflection.
no.
Let me see if I can get this. No, I don't got that one. But just know that they're like exactly the same. Okay.
And that fight was incredible in every single way. Like
Yeah, that
the
was a good
way that the amount of blood that Ichigo lost during that
Oh,
fight.
what I
is
texted you?
insane. Is literally crazy.
Has anyone else noticed that the where the blood comes from in different animes? Naruto, the blood comes from the mouth when they're dying. Bleach, it comes like from the shoulder.
Yeah.
It's always like
It's very
one
shoulder.
shoulder. I'm like, why is the arm not falling off? And then there was a different one where it comes. Oh, My Hero, I think comes from the head.
Yeah.
It always like Deku always is like
That's
shit
true.
in the head.
Yeah. But
they
oh my
love
god, no,
blood.
that fight was incredible in every single way. And then just when you think that Ichigo lost, he went into his little like
Oh, the Zanpakuto
world, and he was like fighting for the right to unlock it or
To figure
whatever.
out, is that when he figures out the name?
Yeah,
That I think is really cool.
it was.
And I
It
want
was really cool. And then he fought like the hollow inside him, and then like there was no shocking moment for Ichigo. He was just like, this is just what I'm gonna do right now. And I'm like, Ichigo, you're fighting a version of you that has a little hollow mask. Are we?
He's like,
Did you not notice that?
"Hey,
like,
you look
are we?
weird.
Are we not
anyways."
gonna talk about it?
I think Ichigo might be the least annoying shonen character.
Oh, 100%. I really like that guy.
I think he's like the least annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. But I love how they have to like figure out their names. And I'm pissed. I want to see every person's Zanpakuto.
Me too.
Do you see that in the filler?
No.
Because like skipping ahead a little bit when we get, I need to know what Aizen Zanpakuto person looks like.
Yeah.
Since he's the like most insane Zanpakuto.
I want to see his Bankai.
I want to see his.
Shut up. Shut up.
Kenny is a real one.
And then Kenny just becomes their friend later on. And everyone basically most people that they fought in this arc
The real one.
become their friend.
Okay.
And it's so fucking cute. Renji's fight with Ichigo is also insane. And I love it. Anyway.
Okay, I said this. Oh my god, this starting at episode 51, which is the second half of the arc after like the Kenny fight and stuff. Intro, everything. Outro, trash.
Right.
Also, the outro is 3 seconds, so I do kind of like it. They said we have shit to do.
I don't
Yeah,
really watch the outros.
I've never
I skip it.
seen an outro that short. Like it really is like the intro though. What was it? It was like I can't remember, but it has screamo in it. I love a screamo anime intro. I just feel like I'm living my grunge fantasy because I'm never gonna listen to this like in any other form.
Right.
But once they start screaming, I'm like, oh, let's fucking get into it. Then I went on to episode 52. I said, there's embarrassing, and then there's Renji thinking he can beat Byakuya. Like Renji.
That was embarrassing.
He's literally your captain. If you think you can beat your captain, why aren't you the captain?
Also, no, because he was cocky because he unlocked the Bankai.
Also, but that's where he really thought the
And
power
that
of
was
friendship.
the thing. It makes sense later on because then you have the backstory of Renji and the bald guy, whatever his name is, and like you see them like train, and Renji told the
Bald guy.
bald guy.
No idea what his name is.
It was like, you've unlocked Bankai. You can be captain. You should be captain. I think it wasn't technically a flashback. I think
Not
it
a royal,
it was
though.
after Aizen. And I think like Renji just really believes in the Bankai. And I'm just like, Renji, you just did it.
Byakuya is a royal.
Yeah. He's also
a brute.
your...
Renji's a brute. He gives Kiba energy, big Kiba energy. In Naruto, there's this scene where Kiba's like, we can't let Team 7 show us up. And Hinata is like, Kiba, let them have this. She's like, Kiba, get real. That's very Renji, because Renji, like, we have yet to see him.
I'm a big fan of Renji.
You are, but we have yet to
love
see him, like, triumph.
No, you're right. But I love that guy. I love that he tries.
He's
I love
a great
that he loves
supporting
Ichigo.
character.
I love that he loves Rukia. I think the backstory with Rukia and Renji is really cute.
I said Byakuya is so girly pop with his Zanpakuto, Bankai, and hair accessories. And the way that he's so, like, he goes, he says the difference between you and I, it's class.
Oh, I love that
The
part.
reads. This is the other thing. It like
He
the reads,
he read Renji to Phil.
He said, "You
I was like,
dirty bitch."
And then afterwards, they're just lieutenant and captain.
He's like, "Hey, girl, no hard feelings, right?" I literally called you a dirty rat who's never gonna be able to touch my Zanpakuto. You broke bitch. You want to get
we're
lunch? Like he's like Byakuya is so fucking fierce because he can back it up.
Yeah.
If I back it up, is it fat
fast
enough?
The music is incredible, by the way.
Whoa! Not the sisters on the track. We first hear the sisters when the first hollow comes to town.
Yeah.
If you want to see some action, got to be the main attraction.
I cannot tell you how much I hate that.
Why?
Not the song itself.
Anti-blackness.
The song is, oh my God. The song is fine. It's good. There's no like other song that has like English. It's English lyric
It's soul music. That's why it's
that
so
comes
fucking
literally
funny.
out of nowhere. And I'm
Wow,
every
wow.
time it's so funny. Every single time is hilarious, and it just like takes away from the badass moment. But now that I've watched it like several times, I'm okay with it. But in the beginning, it took me so off guard, and it just doesn't go with.
It's
It just doesn't go with the scene.
That's a soap opera aspect. Like
Yeah.
in soap operas, when they're like, there's like 8, they're like, and you're just like, why the fuck are they doing that? But then you're like, I live. Because I'd be in the shower and I was watching it and I like hooked it up to my speaker in the shower because it's so hard to hear sometimes. And it was like a fight and I was like, wow, wow, if you want to see some action. Also, the really dramatic sad music when like fucking Byakuya, anytime there's like people speaking and it's like da-da-da,
Yeah.
dun, da-da-dun.
I think it's iconic, the little when the fight gets really intense or
The
like
creepy
something
music?
happened. Yeah.
Bitch,
It's
let me-
so good.
If you want to see some action, anyways,
It's a good song.
we got it.
It's just like the moments that they choose to bring it in is so funny. It doesn't match the mood at all. I mean, I love it for the humor, to be honest.
No, that's 100% valid. Woo! Not me being like, I'm sweating and then doing physical exercise. No, that's why that's the funny thing. Oh, because we also want to talk about the way Bleach is ahead of its time.
Oh, 100%.
There are blind people.
Yeah.
There are black people. There are Latinx people. There's queer representation.
Obviously.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and,
the
like,
amount of Spanish that they use is
And it
insane.
doesn't feel
And I didn't even
performative.
remember that. What?
it doesn't feel performative.
No, I think, well, to a certain extent, I think, what's his name? Tite? Kubo.
Who?
The author.
Oh, I don't know.
I think it's Kubo. I think, to a certain extent, the words he used, I just think he thinks it sounds cool. I mean, it does.
But
So-
it feels well researched. Like at least chat.
Yeah.
Like
No, it makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
the meaning of it makes sense in the context of the story. Like, Hueco Mundo.
Aizen,
whole
but,
world.
But Aizen's German, so
I know.
that was a little random.
I think the Hollow themselves are Spanish.
I know. I'm like, are the hollows Latinx?
Because then arrancar is like speeding.
And like,
And then
Ew.
like I think they just introduced something that was like something about estrella or something. Estrella. I don't know. That's like star.
okay. And then I said the healer equals twink of the week. We should start doing twink of the week.
He's 100%.
He is so cute.
He's so cute.
Except his sword is actually really cool.
Yeah.
Like healers are amazing in anime. And they're
No,
always,
he is so useful, and the way everyone bullies him is really sad. Okay, do you want to talk about the 2 plot twists? For me, there were 3, to be honest.
Yeah, what were they for you? I can't remember.
For me, obviously, it was that the bucket hat guy.
Urihara.
What's his name?
Urahara.
Urahara. He made Rukia's Gengai or whatever it's called. I want to say Gengar every time I say that.
Gengai.
With the little sphere on purpose. So he sabotaged her.
I wrote this down. Go ahead.
And then the second plot twist obviously is Aizen. The whole thing.
That's the first one.
Right, yeah, that's true. But then also, I don't know if maybe I was just slow on the understanding of things. But when it was revealed that maybe I should have made this connection sooner, but I didn't realize that when Rukia's flashbacks were happening of like her and her team and like the lieutenant and whatever, I didn't realize that was a flashback for a purpose other than just learning more about Rukia. Because it turns out that Rukia, killed the lieutenant, and then the lieutenant turned out to be the brother that the firework girly and the other guy, that was their brother.
Oh, I don't think you're supposed to figure that out.
Okay.
Because when I tell you they look nothing alike.
Nothing at all.
Like,
and I was like,
brother?
and when I was watching the flashback, I was like, I guess this, this makes sense. This, builds up to the character of who Rukia is.
Right.
But then I was like, oh.
No, I fully attributed that when I first watched it. I was like, oh, damn, this is why Rukia, is probably, annoyed at the Soul Society.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they killed her friend.
Yeah.
So that was yeah. I honestly, I figured it out maybe, when you figure something out, 4 seconds before it happens? I was like, oh, no. No, I was like, so is now we're not going to save Rukia? I was like, oh, no.
That was such a good reveal.
Yeah, okay, so those are the gags for me. Oh, my God, the first time watching it. Because sometimes when you binge, you stop at the wrong point. I start at the perfect point. I had watched the first half where they're all fighting. This is what Bleach did excellently from a writing perspective.
Yeah.
They made you think the gags were over.
Exactly. And
they
also
ended it.
And they also, what was genius about the writing and Aizen's plan is that you think that the subplot that's happening with the murder of Aizen is irrelevant to a certain degree to Ichigo. You think, that's just a little subplot, nothing, it's they have to figure this out and whatever, but it's not super important. And then it turns out to be everything.
The first one, because here's the thing, I watched it, as we know, a very long time ago, and a month and a half ago or something. I was like, because classic anime, you're like, okay, well, that's the end of the fighting.
Yeah.
Ichigo won. Lit. And then they show, because I couldn't remember why the little bruh and the big bobbied orange girl were running. I remember the first time watching it, I was like, why are they going to the Central 46? And then I was like, oh, they're going to the Central 46 because they think Gin killed Aizen.
Yeah.
Because Momo was trying to kill the little bro because she thought that he killed Aizen. And so I'm watching this and I'm like, okay, I was like, oh, damn, everybody dead? The fuck? Because also, the author did a great job of making Gin a red herring. Because
I agree.
Who the fuck looks at that face?
Yeah.
We profile black people.
Yeah.
But they see Gin's face and they're like, oh yeah, let's let him be a lieutenant.
Yeah, let's trust him. Also, the well-timed flashbacks in this arc are incredible. I just love it so much that it wasn't just about Renji and Rukia establishing what they mean to each other, because at the first glance of Renji coming in to arrest Rukia, you wouldn't think that they were close. He just feels sort of betrayed from objective point of view that he was never told about this. Rukia left without telling him, and then he was also trying to save him, but he was kind of conflicted about it, whatever. And then the flashbacks hit, and it just changes your mind entirely about who Renji is and how their relationship with Rukia.
You love that man.
I love Renji. And then the flashback again when it was revealed that Renji in the Soul Society school, which I love, by the way. I love the concept of that. I love the introduction of the Soul School because if they really wanted to, you know how everyone's coming up these days with the new generation of anime of rebooting a series and making it My Hero-esque like Boruto did. Bleach has that opportunity to do that.
Do you think that's what they're gonna do?
I don't think it is.
I haven't watched the trailer.
I think it's just like the ending of Ichigo's story. But
Oh.
I'm saying like if they really wanted to, they could reboot it and make it very My Hero-esque, but in the Soul Society school thing.
Okay.
Like they haven't, but they could. So like that flashback of like them, like Momo, Renji, and the other guy being like a team. And fighting that, like going to the real world on their first assignment, fighting that hollow that like supposedly was like tame and then like almost killed half the thing. Do you remember that? And it turned out that like Aizen was involved from even that point.
Wait, let me talk about my gags. Okay, so this is my process of my gags. So the first gag was well, I guess Central 46, whatever. And then, like, Aizen wasn't even on my radar. I just remember thinking, I honestly thought he was religious. He looks like a priest.
Yeah,
and his little
he
glasses
does.
moment.
Yeah.
And so then, when Aizen shows up, like, watching anime, I'm like, girl, like, who is this actually? I'm like, okay, it's either gonna show up and be like, that's Gin's like actual power. He can like duplicate because he looks like a snake. And for some reason, I thought reptile and like cutting off a piece of your body and like it's still living. I don't know. Or I was like, Momo is delusional because this bitch love Aizen more than me, and that's hard to do. And then, so then I'm like, oh wow, she's hugging him, and then he's like, just being really nice to her and like patting her head and stuff, and then he stabs her. And then he stabs her, and then his voice changes, and the look on his face changes, and something in me changes.
Awake.
And I was like, what is happening right now? Like, I was like, I don't think this is real. And then he said, he dropped her ass on the ground and said, let's go, Gin. And I was like, because like the red herring of Gin.
I know.
The red herring of Gin. So that was the first gag. Now, the sexual awakening was when I famously told you this in Misk, our favorite Thai place, and you know I probably should tell my therapist about this, but it was when the little bra shows up with the big bobby orange hair girl. Well, she's in the back, and he goes, "Where's Momo?" And he's walking, and he goes, "Oh, I didn't see her there. I left her lying over here," and I was like, "What?" And then he goes, "Oh, if I knew you were coming, I should have chopped her body up in a bunch of itty bitty pieces."
And apparently that did it for you.
It's the composure. That is what all anime villains are lacking. Same thing what Sasuke had. It's the composure. It's the confidence. It's the manipulation. I want toxic. I want like 5 steps ahead. I never know what's going on, but you do. That was the second gag. Third gag, which I think is beautiful writing, insane, is when he was like, oh, by the way, so that he's like explaining his Zanpakuto, which, so Reapers, y'all are fucking idiots, because the fact that a lot of people don't know what their comrades' Zanpakuto is.
I think they should have like some sort of like book that has every single
They need to bring a
like
book.
recorded Zanpakuto of each captain, each like lieutenant, because that is, I mean, they're gonna have it now.
They are. It was idiotic because watching it a second time, I'm like, there are people who like will not allow people to know their Zanpakuto. Like the guy with the whip told the orange girl, he's like, I don't think you know what my Zanpakuto is. The one guy was like, I'm not gonna show anyone ever. Aizen was like, hey, everyone gather around and let's watch how my Zanpakuto works. It's so cool, y'all. And they were like, this sounds lit. Like the whole Soul Society had to see it.
Yeah.
And so then when he was saying that, this didn't gag me until the second watch, and he goes, oh yeah, so that means, unfortunately, if you're blind, you can't go under the hypnosis. Suddenly, everyone knew that's how you know the blind guy's a traitor, because he was going along with it, right?
I didn't catch that. I didn't catch that at all.
I only catch it the second time. I only caught it the second time. That's because then that one healer girl who has a giant ass sea animal that she flies around the scene with, yeah, she figures it out, and then they cut to the black guy.
My mouth is open.
Gaggy.
That's why the guy, the
Blind black
the
guy.
bear, no, his friend was so betrayed, because I was like, he's obviously being like, brainwashed right now. Why are we feeling so betrayed?
When I first heard it, I thought that just meant, I didn't think that was the author's way of telling us that he was a traitor. I just thought that was the author's way of telling us that Aizen like really trusts him, because the only way that he could like, if he didn't want to, he can't be hypnotized.
It doesn't make any sense then. Like, it doesn't make any sense for the blind guy to follow Aizen then, because that's not justice.
You know what he said, though, when they were flying up in that dumbass beam of light? No archangels. He was like, I want justice in the least bloodshed way possible.
How is that the least one?
Aizen isn't a bloody guy.
Okay, but
he didn't kill anybody.
Yeah, he did. He killed Momo. And he killed the whole 47 thing. He killed so many people.
Well, there's some things.
It doesn't. That guy, it's just like you. He's in love with Aizen then, because there's literally no other explanation why he would be like, oh my god, it's so Batman of him.
You know, he
like,
did kill all 46.
Justice, whatever. And then he's like, oh, I'm gonna betray the law.
But isn't that is the most beautiful vehicle vehicle to revealing a truth I might have seen in anime in a minute.
This mimosa's really good.
Isn't it yummy? I give you the Sofía amount of champagne. A Sofía pour.
Thank you.
Oh, you know what we have to talk about?
What?
This baddie.
Oh, yeah.
He's so hot.
Hot.
Because in that one scene when I first watched it, this is when I was like, okay, this is what I liked about Bleach, is like, because there's always a scene where the elders end up fighting one of their subordinates, their students, and I was like, oh, they're gonna die.
Yeah, and then it got interrupted.
I was like, how are they gonna make it? You know how you said like you watch the battles being like, how are they gonna get out of this?
Yeah, I literally thought was like, you guys are stupid.
I said, oh,
you can get out of this.
So they're dying on the field.
I also really like their friendship. I think it's really cute.
If we want to talk about ships, so I discovered something.
Okay.
With shipping is I was like, it's not. I just realized I don't care about it anymore.
Okay.
That's what it was. I was like, why? I'm like, is there something wrong with me? I was like, do you have a problem with like gay ships? I was like, but I realized I just haven't shipped anyone in so long.
Yeah.
But if I do ship somebody, it is the white hair blonde guy and the pink robe guy.
Yeah.
They're cute.
They're married. I'm sorry. They're literally married.
And this is what I'm saying. Okay, so I the pink robe guy pansexual, the white hair guy bisexual.
Yeah, fully. Yes.
Bi-pan, like a bi-pan moment is what I get.
Sure.
I ship them, and then if I had to,
who with Ichigo?
See, I don't.
You don't care about Ichigo?
I care. Yeah, I only have like certain characters, and then I just ship me with Aizen.
Because back in the day, the ship wars between Orihime and Ichigo stands and Rukia and Ichigo stands were real.
Let's talk about Orihime. She's like not a big thing in the second half of the arc.
No. I like her a lot. I think she's I thought for some reason, I guess because I didn't see a lot of her back in the day, and I had like, her voice is really high.
No, it's understandable. Her
Yeah.
in school was so annoying.
Yeah. So she was just like obsessed with Ichigo, and I was just like, oh my god, girl, chill the fuck out.
Orihime is
and
that
she doesn't seem like the type to fight, so I was like, how is she gonna, do? But she was like really useful. I never was like, oh my god, Orihime, why are you here? Like the author did a good job of having her have a purpose, and if she didn't, she herself was like, I feel like I'm not doing enough.
Honestly, if we want to talk about it, the butch girl in high school, she has it the worst.
Yeah.
All of her friends, imagine all your little friend group back in Puerto Rico are out fighting people.
No, literally. And then like she is like really close to Ichigo too.
She's close to all of them.
Yeah.
She's closer than Uryu and kind of Chad.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't they put her in?
And then she turns out she can see them.
I'm like, why don't they put her in?
They should. I feel like she's like knows karate. I bet she can do something.
I'm like, why is it?
You know what I mean? In terms of ship, obviously my one true pair, my OTP, is always going to be Rukia and Ichigo. Listen, I spent so much of my childhood shipping them. There's no way I can stop now. He devoted his whole fucking life to saving her. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, ugh, so good. Also, just like the way they say each other's names during this arc is everything to me.
Wait, one of the best things, which I can only imagine if I was a teenager, is when Ichigo comes to save Rukia. This is what distinguishes Ichigo from every other shonen. Is
That
he
moment, I
shows
was
up-
like, Ichigo's fucking hot.
Okay, so he shows up. So this is comparable to Naruto showing up in the pain arc,
Yeah.
where it's like, ding, ding, da-da-da. We'll get to it next week.
Yeah.
The difference between that is Naruto shows up and he's, like, he's more serious, but he had to become that way. When Ichigo shows up and he just goes, hey,
That is something to me. Not gonna
that
lie.
is badass. And then I took this, the part when they're like going back to funny and he's fucking.
Look at her.
I'll put all these in the video, by the way.
Okay.
When he throws her to
I
Renji.
know. I got things to do. I got
That-
my brother to beat right now.
It made me so happy. And then
He
he
looks
just,
so cool.
he really, with all the bandages.
Yeah.
He just told Renji, he goes, run. I think I wrote it down. He goes, just run like hell. And Renji's like, you got it. Like, Renji didn't even put up a fight.
It's so funny how quickly
Mm-hmm.
Renji and Ichigo become like at least allies after their so fucking bloody fight.
You the one who wanted them as a throuple?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you did say
they
that.
should do that.
Uh,
Because I didn't think I shipped Renji and Rukia either. But I do. They're cute.
Oh, what we cannot. When we start getting thousands of views and when we hit fame and all of the girlies start coming back to our previous episodes and be like, look what I missed out on. Where are my black girlies? I need all the black girlies to sound off and talk about the feeling they got when they saw her on screen.
Oh my god, yeah.
Not only is she black, she's badass.
Yeah.
She's like not there just to be. Her being black is not even a thing.
No, it's
she's
not.
a person of power, and
Yeah.
she's not 100% light skinned. She's not dark skinned, but she's not light skinned.
Yeah.
And she's bad. Now I thought they would give you a stirring, Yoruichi, and then her little subordinate who was like, "You left me,"
Her little subordinate.
with the Bob, because they're like the stealth people that like kill people. They're like spies, and she was like
Oh,
the royal.
no.
They didn't give you a
They're
stirring.
girlfriends. Are you kidding? Bleach is full of gays.
I can't fucking stand you. Renji fighting Byakuya is this girl to fighting Yoruichi because she's like, it's so embarrassing. She goes, and this is the move that I know I'm going to kill you with. It's so insane. It doesn't even have a name yet. And in this picture, she goes, it does have a name. And it's because I made it.
A girl.
Thank you.
Art.
Why'd that kind of go off? Someone make a beat.
Art.
Oh,
Artistic.
speaking of, I made a poem in my head about Captain Aizen that I would like to share with the viewers.
Okay.
This is called Ode to Aizen. Oh. Captain Aizen. Jujutsu Kaisen. This. We don't need nobody. Fuck the Soul Society. You know turn me into a hollow. Thank you. Thank you. I'll be here on Saturday nights. Thank you.
That was the perfect level of cringe.
Okay, let this be known that my good sis Asha famously sent me a tweet that said like, it was like, how are you in love with an animated character? They're just lines. So
Well,
I did.
That's just not true.
It is.
There's so much more
So
than that.
I do recognize, but maybe that's a good segue. Liking white people.
Okay, go off. I mean, I guess I also like white people.
I know.
I have a white girlfriend. So.
Oh, my friend has a white boyfriend. Both my friends have white boyfriends. What is going on? Like, not to be crazy, but obviously I am full black, but I am light. So evidently my ancestors had to have associated with white men at one point.
Right.
So I'm like, is it in my genetics to feast
Do you
after
really
the
wanna-
alabaster baddies?
Do you really want to go on that route?
Because What is, and it's specifically white boys with brown hair with a curl pattern, which is Aizen.
Yeah. Is that your type?
It's so sickening. And then my friend famously said to me, she was like, Fatima, she said, you know, Alexandra, if you marry a white man, you're gonna have white kids. I was like, that shook me to the kazor.
Right.
But anyways, that's just like, it's evident. And I think that's why I'm so bad at dating, because I refuse. But it's like, if that's what I am into.
Well, it can't help it.
I also think I just need to get out of my system.
Right. And then after that, you're done.
And then after, it's like the sooner I do it, the more I'll start respecting
Is it
myself
like a
again.
fantasy?
Yeah.
To fulfill the fantasy.
Because, I don't know. It's also probably the Harry Styles thing.
I don't get it.
It's probably because I like fell in love with Harry Styles, and then it's like I never
You
fulfilled
have
that whole.
So much complicated shit. that
Don't
I'm like,
even.
Why are we why is this a thing with you? Like, why is this complicated? It doesn't have to be.
I
It could
know.
just be like a simple thing.
Am I peeking? Oh no, I overcomplicate everything.
Yeah.
But-
To like an absurd degree.
But to be simple, like
Is to be boring. Is that what you're gonna
not boring, but it's like I don't want to be on my deathbed. I actually don't care about deathbeds.
Okay then.
That's
what?
another thing I thought a lot about.
Then where does this come from?
We just watched the Bleach trailer.
I am shook to my very core. I can't believe it's coming out in a few weeks.
October is
It looks so good.
it's anime month.
It is.
We should write a story like in honor of anime month. Here's all the anime merch you can buy.
We should write a story.
It'll be a waste. We'll make $3 off of it.
It's okay. We'll have fun. That's what matters. They look so good.
The animation, because Bleach just left. It's kind of like Hunter x Hunter. When Hunter x
Yeah.
Hunter comes back, it's gonna be scary.
Yeah.
Because when you like, it's not like Naruto that was like gradually progressed. Even Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
You know, Bleach hasn't been touched in years.
Literal, maybe a decade.
And we saw Ichigo like in like what 4K.
That man has never looked hotter. Like, I'm just like, wow.
Low key though, they did Rukia dirty. Why she look the same?
That's true.
She looked
Orihime
exactly the
looks
same.
way more different.
But they
I
did
mean,
look a
yeah,
little bit
I
different.
saw the last episode, the last scene. Of
Oh, really?
Everything. Yeah, so I know they changed.
Wait, that is so funny because that's the one scene I haven't seen. Oh my god!
Because I was curious.
I'll probably watch it soon.
But it was like, it was before I started watching it again. So I have no context for it.
Sobriety is like so annoying. Oh. We were supposed to talk about like okay, Aizen stuff. Still?
Oh, Aizen's plan.
Oh, so you're at they're back in the world of the living with the Soul Reaper people, and they've already gone to White Ppl Mundo.
No, they haven't.
Oh, they haven't
They're
gone.
still in the world of the living. We, as audience members, have seen Aizen in his little throne.
Right. Oh,
With his little Arankar people. And the Arankar that they sent to the world of the living, they were brought back because they didn't follow orders.
the outfits.
And then, like, Giden, is that how you say his name?
Who?
The creepy guy with the smile?
Oh, Geen.
Geen. And Aizen have a little moment outside of his throne room, which confused the fuck out of me. Not
What was
like
the
the
moment?
context of what they were saying didn't confuse me, but their relationship was confusing to me.
Listen.
And I think they're fucking. I'm just gonna say it. I really do think that. I think
I've thought a
everyone
lot
in this
about
show
this.
is fucking, to be fair.
Because when they do shows like this with people who are attractive and like in like the like how
have
do they
chemistry
not
with so
include
many
fucking
people.
in it? How
Yeah.
do they like just go like the orange girl? She gotta be fucking somebody.
Oh yeah,
But I'm like
she's definitely fucking someone.
it has, and also that has
She's
to
the
affect
most
the
sexual
plot.
person.
It also said affect the plot because like that affects your what is it? Don't shit where you eat. They can only shit where they eat.
Yeah. There's not a
Unless
lot.
they're fucking civilians, but that's obviously not
I don't think
happening.
they're doing that. Okay, anyway. My biggest problem with the plan is the Rukia not dying part. Not because I wanted her to die. I love Rukia. I don't want her to die. But from Aizen's point of view, what's the point of keeping her alive? You know what I mean?
Oh, because he
Like-
left, right?
Yeah.
When he
'cause
was dragging
just,
her by that
gave
collar.
up.
From what I understand about Aizen is that he is really all about like efficiency, and I think because he's so many steps ahead of everybody, he was like,
This is not worth
I'm not about to take on the whole Soul Society just to get this little thing
it.
that
No, not worth
I
it.
can just get later.
Yeah.
Um,
And he got what he wanted.
yeah. Also, are we not ignoring the fact that Urahara is like the reason why Ichigo's like half hollow?
Why?
Urahara is the reason because he made him go down there. Remember they were training him and they threw him in that pit and he was
Wait, I just skipped that. Is
in
that
the
why
very
he's not
beginning?
alive?
There's no way you could have skipped it unless you're.
Yeah, I did. I skipped some of the training. Sorry.
They throw him down into this pit.
I didn't think it was important, but I guess
But how is the training not important where he learns how to do the fighting?
I was like,
You're a writer.
let me get straight to the thing.
The worst thing you can do to a writer is not watch the entire body of their work because then you ask questions like this and you don't. That's your fault.
I didn't know that there were important things.
But
to
you
that.
should have. Anyways,
Okay.
so they throw him into this giant pit and they're like, the only way that like you will be able to survive like fighting as a Soul Reaper is if like we turn you into a hollow or something and you fight it.
He says that,
Yeah.
and Ichigo just accepts it.
Well, he has to do it if he wants to get stronger. And
So he
Ichigo will
knew.
do anything to get
So he
stronger.
knew.
Well, no, he didn't know that there was gonna be hollow left in him.
Oh, got
because
it, got
plenty
it.
of people do it, and then like all the people that he's Urahara's little gang, they all did that.
Oh,
But Ichigo, like it's like after 15 minutes, you're gonna turn into a hollow and you die. That's what they tell him. They said if you can't fight the hollowness, you're gonna turn into a hollow in 15 minutes and you'll die. So he made it to like 14 minutes, and they were like, "Bro, should we like pull him out?" And Urahara was like, "Give him a second." And then he comes out, and he comes out like with that mask in his jacket. Yeah, dumbass. Also, I don't know if I've been watching too much Game of Thrones. Just slit her throat.
that's what I'm saying. Like it can't. There's a lot of like steps.
That's how you know everyone's queer. Because they literally threw a Vogue ball. They were like, cat, 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 pow! And they let that fucking Firebird out. And Rukia was like, slay.
I mean, honestly, yeah. Like there were
Just
so
slit
many.
her throat.
No shit. It got like interrupted. It was meant to.
Also, just give it to the fucking stealth squad.
Yeah.
You can't find her, so you say, you know what? Let's give it to the 13th squad, not the
Honestly,
spies.
I know they're not really like the alpha fighting type of society.
Mm-hmm.
But even just like putting her in like a fighting match with like
Trial by
group-
combat.
Yeah, group of squad 11 or whatever.
Just have her
Kenny.
fight.
Yeah.
They said, let's trap this girly.
Yeah.
And
And also like I can't get over the gasp that I gasped when
Mm-hmm.
Ichigo made his move and showed up with like, Rukia was about to die, whatever. And he kills not only
bird?
the little bird, but
the
also
fuck?
the actual like
The stand.
crucifix or whatever.
Yeah.
That shook me the fuck up.
Rukia was like, Ichigo, you can't. He's like, shut
Ichigo
up.
went from 0 to like 1,000. I think we talked about this arc till death. It was so good.
Okay, Sofía, I'll plug this in a second. What did we learn?
Bleach is really fucking good.
I learned that I'm straight. I learned that I have a thing for white men. I accepted that I have a thing for white men with brown hair. I also accepted that there might be some like dom submissive shit I'm kind of into.
Yeah.
Because when he was pulling Rukia by that collar, this is incriminating. So I also learned the beauty of shonen anime.
Yeah. we
This
did
is
learn
the
that.
beauty, because like I love a good Nana, I love a good like realistic, but this is the glamour, this is the drama.
The fights are impeccable.
Whoa!
They're
This is camp.
impeccable and everything.
Bleach is camp.
Bleach is so camp. It can't get more camp than Bleach.
I don't think it gets more camp from like the soul music. Maybe it's soul music because of Soul Society. They said soul. They said soul sister has. Shonen is beautiful.
The fights are impeccable. The writing is impeccable. Bleach is really good, you guys. And I know it gets some hate. But listen, this arc is one of the best.
Also, Bleach fandom might be the least annoying shonen fandom.
Well, I don't see a lot of them.
That's why.
I think they've been dead for a while.
I know like a lot of
I remember back in the day, like I said, like Rukia and Ichigo, and then Orihime and Ichigo fans would go at it. They would fight.
I would recommend anyone who has never watched a shonen anime watch Bleach.
To watch Bleach. I agree.
It's not insanely weirdly sexual.
Yeah.
The plot is digestible and actually interesting.
Yeah.
Like Naruto, fucking annoying. Dragon Ball, the first thing I open, he's pissing in a lake.
Yeah. Literally.
Like, Inuyasha, if you're not into medieval shit, it's like not the vibe.
Yeah.
If you hate shonen and haven't watched Bleach, try. Because
Yeah.
the heart racing, the music,
It's like really, it's a good like first anime to have.
under your belt.
Yeah.
Well, Captain Aizen, I'm here anytime. There are probably 3 people that could be Captain Aizen in real life. Otherwise, it's just cringy and embarrassing. That's also my problem. Is like I want like a dominant man, but like I'm so dominant that I'm like just gonna laugh.
You're so Scorpio.
Can you fucking imagine a man being like, sit down? I'd be like,
I mean, he has to meet your standards and be hot. And
that. It's very hard. Only a real man can tame me.
what are we watching next week?
Ooh, we're doing Naruto, the pain arc, and y'all are not ready. Y'all are not ready. It's gonna be crazy. All right, stay dressed, stay blessed. Don't be depressed. Watch some anime, and don't get hexed like Sofía was by their roommate.
Yeah.
Bye. Look at us, we're waving. We can actually say goodbye. Goddamn.